Hey y'all, this is Mama TPG with One Love, One Light Tarot. Welcome to your inner quest. So this is a pick a stack. You can select from Angel Whispers, which is positive affirmations to guide and encourage you. Star Seeds, wisdom for spiritual growth. Making Magic, which is manifesting your dreams. And Divine Doors, behind every door lies adventure, mystery, and inspiration. Now, I'll first let you know that the inner quest is basically saying, what is the current story of my life? And I'm taking this from the Wild Unknown Archetype book, and it's a particular spread that's in there that I have found extremely enlightening. So, what the inner quest is there's 4 cards that are separated out. You have the who, the where, with what, and why. So the who is the archetypal side of the self that is most dominant in the story. This is the part of you that needs attention in order for you to understand and move forward on your quest. Card number 2 is the where, the archetypal setting for the journey you're on. This is the energy that surrounds the situation, the stage or backdrop that influences the story. Card 3 is with what, the archetypal tool you must use, find, or give up so destiny can unfold. Think of this as the key to the situation or the best tool for the task at hand. And card 4 is the why, the deeper purpose of your journey. This is the mythic theme or challenge that you will face as you approach your growth edge. Think of this card as what your entire journey is about. And the why cards are like the initiation. So I wanted to put that out there so that now you can select which stack: Angel Whispers, Star Seeds, Making Magic, and Divine Doors. I'm going to get started with Angel Whispers. And I don't know how to edit, so I'm just going to record one long video and then include timestamps below. Okay, sorry about this. All right, so let's get started. So, first card out is Don't Dim to Fit In. Actually, let me put this here and here. Don't dim to fit in. So this may be, I know that they have already the overarching theme, but I felt like this would really help us get started. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Okay, so the first one out is the Maiden. That's the who. The second one out is the Bardo. That's the where. The third one out is the Nectar, which is with what. And the fourth one out is Kairos, and this is our overall theme. All right, so let's see what it says about the Maiden. Number 8. The maiden, the virgin, the princess, the innocent. I see this as like the empress. The maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She's the first archetype in the trifecta of maiden, mother, crone, and rightfully so because she has oh so much to learn. The maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamored by the charms of youth. The maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and taking just one taste of poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. So I see the theme that's coming about here. With don't dim to fit in, I feel like there's definitely a call. It starts in our youth, and this is really about that youthful maiden. Um, it starts that programming really takes hold and root when we're in our youth, as far as trying to fit in or being what we think everyone wants us to be. So let's get to the Bardo. Bardo is a dark place. The liminal, the in-between, the transition. It is said that the Bardo is a place between this life and the next, a liminal realm through which souls pass. Envisioning this inherently mysterious space creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of this world and see our relationships through a cosmic and timeless lens. We may receive messages from those who are no longer with us or see visions of lives not yet lived. In the Bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, to love the unloved, to let go of all the things that cause us pain. The Bardo suspends us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us to higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. So there's a transition happening here, right? This is going from, this could be a raise in spiritual awareness from this, during this period. And, it could just be ultimately maturity. It could be so many things. So let's look at the nectar. The medicine, the elixir, the garden. In Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as amrit, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar, or sacred elixir, is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance, soma, is known to activate subtle, intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. Beautiful. So this could be somebody that needs to, find that inner youth within them. And, it could be somebody that is, you could be somebody that is looking for the fountain of youth, or going back to looking at things through those eyes, the way that you felt when you were innocent and had not been fully, indoctrinated or programmed to be anything other than what you were. All right, so Kairos, because Kairos to me is about time. So I really see this as a fountain of youth, or finding your own inner, let's see what the number is, your own inner synchronicity. We have all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. So let's get some cards to see how this is playing out in the now. Spirit, how is this playing out for those who selected the Angel Whispers group? Why is the Maiden here? And we have the Six of Raphael, which is the Six of Cups. And this is about looking back at, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, and children or childhood. So this could be about looking at your own children and seeing, seeing things through their eyes, or looking at your own inner child, or bringing about that childlike innocence back into your life. Why is the Bardo here? And we have the King of Ariel, which is the King of Pentacles. And it says, successful, stable, accomplished. Your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So you may be going through a transition, or this may be, the place where you're at in it, and life has become, all about being successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. And you're being asked to bring that, fun, that childlike outlook back to yourself, so that you can really be yourself, not dimming to fit in, right? Or this could be about the return. This could be about, a rekindled relationship, a return of, a past lover. And that could be, the King of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign, or you could be the earth sign. Why is the Nectar here? How does that apply to the now for this group? And we have the Two of Ariel. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So I feel like this is really, again, talking about that childlike outlook, and also, really allowing yourself to do that inner child work, because you can regain your identity, your own personal power by doing that, recognizing, things that happened in your childhood that have shaped you to the now. Why is Kairos here? And we have the Fool. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. So yeah, sometimes the Six of Cups is the joy card for me. So it's about not squashing that inner light, and like it says, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? How are you bringing joy and passion into your daily life if you are, trying to be that that model person in society? There's nothing wrong if that's what truly fulfills you, of being very determined to be successful in the corporate world, what have you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that if you feel fulfilled, right? Okay, so let's get the Angel Whispers. What's the guidance for this group, for the Angel Whispers group? We have, your garden is a healing place. Seek refuge there to heal your soul. And with this nectar, we talked about that. We talked about there being your inner self, that garden. Find the most prominent flower that's blooming the biggest, and just take that in, that nectar. Sometimes what you seek is sometimes what you seek is as simple as being still and staying focused. So if you're seeking that inner joy, that inner child, sometimes it's just about meditating on it. Any other guidance for this group, for the Angel Whispers group? And we have, like an eagle, it is your time to soar. Do not fear that you will fall or fail. All right, those are the messages that came through for you. I do appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care. Okay, the next one up is the starseeds. Hello, if you selected starseeds, thank you so much, and let's get started. So we're going to start out with a Work Your Light card, which is the Crumbling. What are you clinging on to? And this is similar to the Tower. So there may be some things that you need to let go of that are, don't have a solid foundation in your life. And maybe they don't need to. So the divine is saying that, in order to, just looking at this, it's like all dark and, kind of mysterious and scary. And then they break this down. That's going to open up that gateway to light for you. So let's get started here. So the first card out is the Warrior. That's the Who. The Box, which is the Where. The Mirror is the What, or with what, the Tool. And Gnosis is the Why, or the Theme. Okay, so just quickly looking at this is really talking about, being on a mission, and the warrior being, kind of in a battle, in a box with the mirror. I mean, you can see where this is going. So let's see what it says. You could cause your own tower in a sense. So let's see what the warrior says. The samurai, the soldier, the advocate. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with sword in hand moving blindly toward battle. Yet the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If and when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default response. When this card appears, it is important to question the battle at hand. It is likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles, so choose wisely, brave one. As you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom within, then surrender to the battle. So just that being said, and then I feel really drawn in this card that it is about going into your center. So let's see what the box says. You're going to, the battle may be within yourself, obviously. All right, what is that? 44. I'm not that great with Roman numerals, but I try. Let's see here. The box, the cage, the rules, the norm. We all live to some degree within the confines of the box. This archetype represents everything that is known, anticipated, and expected. It holds us in place while simultaneously holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, insidious, and everywhere, limiting us at the most unconscious levels. It is built of layer upon layer of social constructs and pressures. Breaking through its confines requires awareness, continued effort, and bravery. The box may appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, the pressure to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. There is a box around you now made of some type of confining thought. What is it? The box shifts and morphs as we grow. This is part of its multi-layered nature. Once you break through one layer, another will present itself to you. Keep going, break through. An exquisite life requires it. And that's beautiful within this. Like, it's taking this warrior energy from you to break through in order to see, the real beauty in life. All right, and we're going to use the tool is the mirror, which is number 68. Let me get that. The reflection, the illusion, the looking glass. We look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals into another realm. They can shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, and project an image back to us that we deem to be true. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of Narcissus, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image. So compelled by his reflection, he could not turn away, a fixation that eventually led to his death. Recognize the power and danger of the mirror. It is a construct, one that may drive a shard between you and your true self. The mirror contains trickster energy. Put the phone down, stop with the comparisons, and let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest with the one inside. And this goes very nicely with looking at the constructs that you've had in life that society puts on us, and looking in the mirror and not feeling like you measure up. And it's time to crumble away that thinking. All right, so what is the why? The gnosis. Gnosis. That is number 75. Innermost knowing, mystic truths. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures in scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing. Sorry, my battery was going dead here. Lost my place. Knowing is their calling, not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip toward mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. So I feel like that is where you're really going to be taken when you use this mirror or let go of the mirror in order to really find your true self. Let's get some cards to see how this applies to the now for the group that picked Starseeds. Okay, why is the warrior here? And we have the 5 of Ariel. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Okay, so this could be that lack mentality, right? Five of Ariel is the Five of Pentacles. Why is the box here? And we have the Seven of Ariel, which is the Seven of Pentacles. You have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So there may be things where you are feeling frustrated because you're not seeing the evidence. Maybe you've been doing some spiritual work. Maybe you've been trying to manifest. But I think that what's being said here with the crumbling, with the warrior, with the box, with the mirror, and with Gnosis is you may change what you truly desire just based on finding your true self here. And you could be well far along on enlightenment, but I think that there's some aspect that is affecting what you're manifesting. Something that's being influenced to not be the true you. Why is the mirror here? And we have the Ten of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. Wow. So I feel like this is really about pursuing those things that are superficial, or at least more superficial than what aligns with you. That's what I'm getting. So there are burdens, there are ideas, there are kind of lies that are rooted, and that is about to come down. All right, why is Gnosis here? And we have Judgment, new beginnings. So I feel like this just aligns so perfectly. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So I feel like, yes, and B, this is not this could have all been about, this could all be about the judgment that you have of yourself, the high expectations, the, false ideas that you feel make up the way a person is supposed to be, or, the way that society says that we are supposed to be, and really being able to come into the true you. Okay. All right. So let's see what the Starseeds guidance is going to bring you. Spirit, what is the guidance for this group, the Starseeds group? What is the guidance in regard to this inner quest? And we have magnificent, sorry. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. Wow, that just really came right on time. Any other guidance for the Starseeds? Channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. So you're being prepared, and this tower moment may be an epiphany of, what your life purpose, what you are meant to, do on this earth. There could be a real calling here. That's what I'm getting with this Judgment card as well. All right. And guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. And we got that through these Archangel Power Tarot cards. We had Archangel Ariel, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Jeremiah. And your whole entire spiritual team is here, to guide you, to support you through this epiphany that's going to happen and open up just a brand new purpose, a brand new vision of yourself and the world. that is the messages that came through, Star Seeds. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care. Okay, move these. Okay, next is making magic. Okay, so for those of you that picked making magic, manifesting your dreams, welcome. Welcome to your inner quest. So the first card out is Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So I really feel like this is all about that divine plan, manifesting your dreams, and it's going to be a part of laying the foundation for yourself and for others, of raising the vibration of the earth. So the first card out, the Who, is the Mystic. Ooh, I love this combination already. And the Where is the River. Okay. With What is the Kiss. Oh my God, this is like a beautiful story unfolding. And the Why is Agape. Oh, I love this. Love this. Okay, so let's see. So the Mystic, well, I think they have another one that's a little bit more like the Crone, I think. But the Mystic is beautiful. And obviously we have this transformation, seeing yourself differently, seeing through divine eyes. And with the river, it's very, okay. Yes, let's see where this is taking us. I love it. Mystic is number 21. All right. The Seeker, the Light Worker, the Dreamer. And that's what it says, the Light Worker, and laying the foundation, seeding the light. Love this. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. I love it. I love that that's what came out here. And okay, so Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan, and this is part of manifest. What you are manifesting, even personally, is affecting the world, and I love that. Okay, so with the river, we have that is number 34. The river, the stream, the flow, the current. There is a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation than we plan to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity. Keep in mind the you that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this. And I feel like it's just so aligns. I mean, all right, so with the kiss, now this is where the turn where I'm like, okay, this is really intriguing because I didn't see that coming. All right, so that's okay, here we go. That's number 60. The kiss, the touch, the chemistry, the sex. Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate. Two become one. It is risky but beautiful business. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self toward union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. Boom. Oh my God, I'm getting chills right now. Like, so this could be a relationship that's coming, or that, will come to this point. It says around the corner, but I really see this as, this hearing a whisper or being graced by a divine being, touching the sacred. And I feel like the river is where you're going to do that. This is so awesome. All right, and agape. Devotion, unconditional love. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us, and ask for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? So maybe that's what there may be, something that you're going to be reevaluating or expanding. I mean, it could be that there's more to whatever you have on a pedestal, and maybe it is meant to be on a pedestal, but it's about expanding it and really feeling it and touching it. This is like sacred touch, right? So let's see, why is the mystic here for the Making Magic group? Let me shuffle these, I'm sorry. They're not quite shuffled enough. Why is the mystic here? And we have the King of Ariel. Your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So you could be a earth sign or be dealing with an earth sign. So, this is quite contrast here, right? This is, the successful, stable, accomplished, businessman. And this is about, so this could be you and, really bringing out this mystic within you. But it doesn't have to be. I mean, the King of Ariel, King of Pentacles, is a manifester, and that is what we're talking about here. This is talking about, manifestations and bringing light to the darkness. So why is the river here? And we have the Page of Ariel. which is the Page of Pentacles. Reliable, clever, educated, balanced, an excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education, time to get to work. So how this, plays into the river is it could be, if you are the king, then this could be your child. This could be someone younger approaching you. This could be a message that, message that you'll receive with this inner quest. Why is the Kiss here for the Making Magic group? And we have the Knight of Ariel. Well, they're all going to show up here, aren't they? So this is there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. Okay, so this could be, another earth sign. This could just be about developing that plan. We have seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So I feel like this could just be about laying out that plan. Why is agape here? Divine guidance. The search for meaning in life. Archangel Sandalphon. So you could be a Taurus. We see have a lot of earth here, but it doesn't have to be. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Well, it definitely looks like you got some friends with you. So I think this is about some spiritual expansion and really, I don't feel like it's something where you're going to exclude anything. I feel like it's just an expansion. So let's see what the Making Magic guidance brings us to. All right, what is the guidance for the Making Magic group? Let's just put these up. Okay. What is the guidance? And we have fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. So this might be, dealing with the fairy realm and being able to incorporate them and them being able to support you through this divine plan. Any other guidance for the Making Magic group? Oh, here we go. And we have breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. So this could be where the river is coming into play, is to wash away that, those negative patterns or bad habits. Any other guidance? Okay. Labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. So this could be why there's support needed. This is a labyrinth that, you're not meant to walk through alone in a sense. So you need that support and guidance. So if you're not familiar with the fairy realm, definitely look into how the fairies can help you. Meditate on it, connect with them. Okay. Those are the messages that came through for the Making Magic group. I thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care. Okay, now we're on Divine Doors. Let me put this in the light a little better. Welcome for those of you that picked Divine Doors. Let's get started. So the first card out is Deep Replenishment, Retreat, Rest, Be Held. So this is kind of that Four of Swords energy, or possibly even the Hermit. Retreat, rest, be held. I do get the Four of Swords, so there's probably been, some things that you've been going through and you've made it through, but now it's time for that replenishment. So let's see what comes out here. We have the Shadow. Okay. We have the Empty Room. Wow, 2 came out. I don't even know how that happened. Okay, so we have the Seed and the Dead End. Okay, that's okay. And we have Aletheia as the Y. All right, so yeah, it looks like someone has been going through the dark night, could be, and yeah, it's like once you've gone through that, it's time to, retreat, rest, be held in comfort and replenish yourself. So let's start with the Shadow. 28. Let's see what the book says here. The unspeakable, the unwelcome, the denied. Although every card in the archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with, no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move toward the shadow with patience and compassion. Okay. That's exactly what it felt like with the deep replenishment. You definitely, yeah. All right, let's see what the Empty Room is talking about. That's number 42. I'm just really not that great with these Roman numerals, but I get by. Oops. The Empty Room, the vortex, the abyss, the nothing. The empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness, be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. So we're definitely getting a picture that's painted here of, patience, of delving into the shadow without demand, right? So, okay, gosh, my battery's gonna die. I gotta get through this. I don't mean to do that to you guys, but I have my headphones in. And I'm not all that tech savvy, so I'm just wondering if I unplug while I'm recording, I think it's going to pause the video, and it won't pause it, it'll stop it. Okay, so the next one we have is the Seed, and that's number 66. The beginning, the origin, the pearl. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping up against a growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. So we're talking about going back, shadow, allowing stillness in order to receive what we need to see about our origin, in a sense. All right, so what is the dead end here? Let's look at that. That's number 60. No. So the dead end was another place. I don't know how we got an extra card here. Maybe we'll just leave that there, the dead end. Okay, what was the dead end? Now I'm getting confused. The closed door, the final chapter. Well, this makes sense to have the dead end before the seed. So, yes, this is getting confusing. I apologize. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is thick, dense, uncompromising, a wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child. You have reached the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning, which goes very nicely into the seed. So I feel like there's been this dark night that you've been going through, and it's about recognizing that the empty room is actually filled, but you can't force it, right? And then it's about breaking through this dead end, right? This dead end, and closing out that, and healing whatever it was that you learned in the dark night. The seed is going back to your original, origin. So why is Aletheia here, which is number 77? So we had number 66 and 77. Okay, so we had 28, 42, 40, 66, and 77. Just saying, I don't know if numbers are important to you. So Aletheia is truth. Our soul recognizes the truth when someone speaks it. A cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Aletheia by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. Wow. So I feel like this is all about a dark night that you have gone through or about to go through to really get to the truth of yourself. And this is what is being said afterward, right? So let's get a few cards. Hopefully my phone doesn't die, the camera doesn't die. So why is the shadow here? And we have the King of Raphael, you could be a water sign or dealing with a water sign. Yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passion. And it's often said that, our dark side or our shadow side is really where creativity comes. I mean, and acknowledging that, and embracing our shadow side, right? It brings light to it. Why is the empty room here? And we have strength. So you could be dealing with a Leo, or you could be a Leo. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. So that's really, maybe it's about finding forgiveness for yourself for the things that you've gone through, and forgiveness for others, right? The dead end, why is that here? I'm so sorry for rushing. I'm so afraid the battery's gonna die. And we have the 9 of Swords, 9 of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. And that's what the dead end is about, is facing those things and then closing them out, releasing. Why is the Seed here? And we have the 6 of Gabriel, which is the 6 of Wands. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. I feel like it's really about that, the 6 of Wands to me is kind of that hero figure. And it's funny because the Seed is that origin story, right? So you're a superhero. You just needed to go through this to realize it. All right, why is Alethea here? This is the true you. So 7 of Gabriel, 7 of Wands, stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power, claim your personal truth. That's what this whole inner quest is all about. All right, so let's see what the Divine Doors guidance has for us. New doors opening, closing of old doors could be. What guidance do we have for the Divine Doors group? And this is the one that came out, and it says, Three-eyed raven. Let's focus. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. Beautiful. All right. Any other guidance? Okay. And we have this one. And it says, deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on. Hold on. So this may be some of you are really going through this dark night, or really that inner quest is, calling you to go even deeper. All right. And the last one we get is this one. And it says, begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. And I think this is talking about that origin, right? Let's get one more before my camera dies. And we get this one here. And it says, passages. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care.